recording. Okay, we're recording now, and we're going to look at some of the things that I'd like to work on this week. So last week we worked on putting the A in, and everybody's like, why are you doing it that way? It's so inconvenient. Because we're going to use that technique throughout this project, and we're going to use that that technique right here today to create this piece.
Is that the append poly tool that you're talking about?
The append poly using the shape. So here it is in the front view. Looking for a 3/4 view. That's my shape. And we're going to come through and we're going to add this. So if we look at it, it comes right off the lip, goes all the way down, comes out, rounds through here. There's no pucker right here. There's no pucker right here. The shape is actually really difficult to do. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to come over and get off of this, and I'm going to make a cube. We're recording. We're good. Thank you. Yes, you are 100% right to record me, remind me. I will forget.
I also have a question as well.
Yes, sir.
On the previous video, you used like the cleanup. You used cleanup to help the append the poly work.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just wondering if you could run through that maybe.
Absolutely. We will definitely use that again today.
I think it's what gave me some stray edges. Yeah.
Absolutely. Okay, so I'm working off center today. So one of the first things I'm going to do is line this stuff up. But I don't have a center point on this object, so I can't snap it or anything like that. So one of the things that I can do with this object right here is I can insert an edge loop. I want to insert a multi-edge loop, and I'm going to come down here and I want 3. You understand why I'm using 3 right there? It'll give me an exact center point so that when I do this, Q, edge, I can grab this and I can grab that and I can delete it. But now I have this object right here and it has a center point or a center line, a division. Yes, ma'am? Control delete. I never just hit the delete key. Control delete or don't even bother. Okay, so I'm going to grab this object right here, W, and my center point is lined up exactly, and I can just W, and holding down the V key, I can snap to all 3 of these right there. And see how handy that is? Very handy technique. All right, so now I'm going to come back over here. Now that that's lined up, don't need it anymore. Control delete. That was its only purpose. Object mode here. Object mode here. Now I'm going to turn on shading, and I'm going to turn wireframe on shaded because I'm going to be working with 2 different objects for a little bit, and I just want to see what I've got. So this is kind of where I'm going to end up, but we can see that there's lots of problems with this, right? So I'm going to begin by cleaning up some of the faces on this. Delete, delete. Don't need those. And then I'm going to come through here, object, and I wonder, we're going to try something. It might explode, it might not. We're going to grab this object and this object, and we're going to say Boolean union. And let's go ahead and normal. Let's leave this on edge, and difference, and intersection. Intersection gives me kind of an interesting thing. Believe it or not, I'm probably going to work with intersection right now for this. Because I could pull off from here. Like I said, it gives me some interesting thing. I might not, but it definitely gives me the ability to do this. Ah, goodness gracious. All right, it's not going to let me do that. So I'm going to select in a different way today. I'm going to hold the tab key down and select. And what that allows me to do is drag a selection like that, control delete. So there it is. There it is. Kind of an interesting thing. I've got this shape now. Now, I'm going to try something. It's probably not going to work, but I could extrude out, and I've got this stuff on the inside. Let's clean this stuff on the inside up. We never want anything on the inside if we can eliminate it. The inside is bad. But this stuff in here is not going to work for me. So let's go ahead and just grab these vertices right here. 1, 2, W. Just going to drag straight up. There we go. That'll work. And R. Yeah, good enough. So now I've got that. I'm doing this in the most horrible way possible. Please keep that in mind, everybody. So if I grab, let's see, I'm going to grab a Q1 edge, extrude edge. Ooh. I've never built it like this before. This is just kind of something different. I don't know if we can or we can't. It's just kind of interesting. I don't know if I like it. It's a way to do it, not necessarily a great way, but it is a way. I think I'm going to undo it personally. I don't think I want to do it that way. I just wanted to see what it looked like. And you could, but I don't think it's going to be very practical. Do you guys all understand what I've showed you? The reason that it would work is because it gives us a fairly clean edge. We would just have to marry this thing off, put a fourth thing in there, and do some other stuff. But I just don't like it. It seems very busy and messy. Oh yeah, I knew I had that. Oh, that was annoying. All right, so let's grab this edge. W, place it back, extrude edge, world space, grab that, there we go. All right, so here we go, we've got this. Now, I think what I want to do, instead of doing that, is going to be something more like this. Object mode, multi-cut, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Enter. So there's kind of the shape that I'm going to need. I'm going to clean this up a lot in a second. I'm actually not going to do this one right here. I'm going to control, not going to have that. I'm cleaning these up. This is just kind of putting some geometry down so I can see what I have to do to get my shape. So I'm looking at my shape. It comes right off of there, and then it comes down, and it doesn't form this weird little thing. So if I come out, object mode, insert an edge loop. I'm going to come in and try to put an edge loop here, and it's just not going to let me. Oh, I've still got the 3 selected. Q. So object mode. For right now, I'm going to take these out. Edge. Control delete. Edge. W. extrude, world space, come down, object mode, multi-cut, 1, 2, enter, 1, 2, enter, and then I'm going to come out Q. I'm going to leave that alone. The geometry is bad. I'm leaving it because this is a working piece right now. So I'm going to grab 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and delete. And then I'm going to grab edge, extrude edge, come up to here and bring this in. So let's clean this up because this method will work. Okay, so let's work on getting these even. So I have this geometry right here, which is pretty badly trashed. And it looks like I've actually accidentally done something in the back. So let's clean up this back before I get too far. See how much I have to undo to get out of that. All right, right there. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and to clean up this edge right here, what I couldn't do is hit the R key like that, but it messes up my little edge right there. Did you see what happened, everybody? So if I just use my straightening method, it moves that and it will throw that whole thing off center. So what I need to do is deselect that one, grab this, and I can do that. And then I can do that same thing over here. And then deselect that one. Because remember, we can't move these vertices because that will change our circle. And actually, I'm going to go ahead and delete this edge really quick. The whole thing is going to come out of there, and the whole thing is going to come out of here. And I'm going to cheat, because I love to cheat, object mode, multi-cut, and I'm going to come down, and I'm going to start here, and I'm going to hold the shift key down, 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's going to give me exactly 50%, and then I'm going to do the same thing over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's going to give me exactly 50%. Q edge. Now if I just do that, that's obviously going to change that, right? Now, do any of you guys know how to move a vert along an edge rather than just having it slide like that? So if we grab this vertice and I just move it now, see how it does that? So if I look under my move tools, we're going to see I have world, object, world, normal, custom. We have all these options. So let's try object. Object does that. Let's try component. And because I'm on the component, notice that it's not destroying my edge. So I can do the same thing. So let's do the here R. Now this has a component also, but I can't do it to component on this one like that. It just won't work. So W, so I'm just gonna have to kind of guesstimate it, get it as close as I can. So I'm gonna just drag it down to here. Let's do this from a front view because it will be a little bit easier. And then let's grab this and take it down to there. That looks pretty good. You guys understand what I've done there and why it matters? Am I going into too much detail? Are you guys getting bored? So I'm going to switch over to my edge now. Grab this edge and this edge and this edge and R. Can't do that. Let's change this to object. There we go. And that gives me something like that, which I don't want to do. So what I'm going to do is just grab each one of these vertex and W and do it right along the component. So if I do that, that'll give me that. That'll give me that. There's also normal. Now I can do that way, or again, I'm going to cheat. I'm going to make another cube. Need to go back over to object. Need to go back over to object. Can you guys guess what I'm going to do here? I'm going to use this as my guide. I'm just going to trace this, and that will let me get things the way that I think they should look. This object isn't going to be used. It's only here to give me a guide. So vertex, come over to this object, grab my vertex again, come over, and under here, I want to go back over to component. Why is that not working this time? Let's do normal. Normal's not going to work either this time. What have I done wrong? Component. Yeah. There. So much pain in my butt. Now it's got a long live axis, so if I chose edge this, vertex that, now it's not going to let me do what I want to do here. I'm not sure why I've lost my component setting, so we're just going to use that as it. We're going to snap this. Leave that one alone. Okay. Delete this object. That gives me that, which is what I want. So now we're going to go ahead and come down through and grab face, 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 Control Delete, Q, and we can come through. There's a couple of different ways that we can do this. I'm going to see if I can do it this way. I'm going to grab this edge, and I'm going to extrude. Let's do it from the world axis. Come up to about there. Actually, no, I want to come up to here first, about halfway. G, come out to here. Can you guys see why I did it that way? Hello, I'm talking to myself. So object mode, append poly, 1, 2, G, 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 1, 2, enter. So now all I have is this bad little bit on the bottom. Yes, sir?
I With the extrude that you did on that, would it just be more difficult to do the append poly without that, or would you just not be able to do it at all?
You wouldn't be able to, you'd have to go back and refit it. It would work eventually, but you'd spend a lot of time tinkering.
Okay.
This is not far enough down. So I'm going to go ahead and grab these faces, 1, 2, 3, 4, because remember I need a hole in the middle of that. There we go. That should be enough. Now, I have this 5-sided polygon right here I need to clear up. This just needs to be cleaned up. I could stretch it all the way down to here, but you know that when you stretch long lines like that, it does all the weird flowery looking things. So we don't want to do that. We want to keep that as small as possible. So I can't just insert an edge loop. It just won't let me. I could try to pull off to there. Q. What I'm going to do is grab this edge just like we've been doing. Extrude edge from the world direction down a little. Edge. W, come up. Yeah, let's careful it doesn't mess up the back this time. And it would definitely mess up the back this time. Let's grab these vertices without this vertice. There. That'll save that. R, W. Okay. Let's go ahead and grab these vertex right here. There should be 2. I can't see that because I don't have heads up display on. Poly count, there is 2. Say again? I messed up. Oh, you're right. Oh, goodness. Yeah, okay, so. Oh my goodness. My life. Yeah, now I can actually see. I've only grabbed 2 verts. It's super important to have that turned on. Okay, working good. 2. Merge vertices, merge to center. And now look, 1, 2, 3, 4. Object mode 3. Creates a pole on a curve, and poles on curves create puckers. So that is not necessarily the best place to put that, but for right now, that's going to be where I leave that. Now we need to come through and put that hole in here, right? So I'm going to make this simple. I am going to create another cube. This has 6 sides, so I could actually do a 6-sided cylinder, right? Do you see that? Or I could do a 5-sided, I could just put a thing in here. It just depends on what I want. I'm going to do a 6-sided cylinder because I don't think I've ever done a 6-sided cylinder right here. And we're just going to give it a try. So let's make a cylinder. Let's come over to my attribute editor. 6. Oh, I see why I've never done a 6-sided cylinder before. All right, so we're gonna have to change this a little bit. There we go. go. I don't know if this is going to work. If it does, awesome. If not, no big deal. We will just go back through. So let's grab this and this, and you guessed it, Boolean union. But it's not working, so let me change one thing about this before we do that. Let me go through and grab this object, face. Let's grab all those faces, and then grab all these faces. Control delete. There we go. Object mode 1, 2, Boolean union. That worked. Okay, so let's grab these faces. Face, face. Control delete. Really? Delete. Control delete and delete. And actually, I wonder, 1, 2, I don't know if this is going to work. Bridge. Oh, it did. Look at that. That's so nice. All right, now all we need to do is object mode, insert an edge loop, multi-cut. 1, 2, G, 1, 2, G, 1, 2, G, 1, 2, G, G, 1, 2, G, 1, 2, G, 1, 2, G, 1, 2, G. Now I've got a bunch of bad geometry in there. I'm thinking I've got a bunch of extra vertex. So I'm going to go through and grab all these vertex and do some quick merges. No, that's 1. Maybe I didn't do as horrible as I thought. 1, 1, 1, 2, 2. Okay, so let's grab these two. Merge vertices, merge to center. Merge vertices, merge to center. All right, let's hit a 3 on this thing and let's see what I've done. 3, not bad. I got 1 extra right there I can see. Let's clean that up. You see how I'm seeing that 1 really quick by hitting the 3 view? Are you guys massively bored yet? Oh yeah, look at that. I got 1 way out there in space. Don't even ask me what I was doing with that one. Merge, target weld, doop, Q, object mode, 3, clean, clean, clean. Oh goodness, look at that. I got this thing out there now. I don't even know where that came from. Face, let me just delete this whole face. Object mode, 3, and I still got it right there. Face, where is this face? 1, and control delete, and object mode, and 3. There we go. That's what it's supposed to look like. 1, and then that bridge kind of worked. Object mode, append, 1, 2. Was there another hole up there somewhere? No, it's just the 1. Enter. Q, object mode, 3. There we go. All clean now. Oh my goodness, what is this? Remember when I said it's easier to start over? It's still easier to start over. Edge, 1, 2, control delete, control delete, control delete, control delete. Bite me, control delete, control delete. Or just do whatever you want, you know, face, 1, 2, control delete, object mode, 3. Finally, no, look at the, oh, so we got a problem right here. Vertex, oh my goodness. Merge vertices, merge to center. Merge vertices, merge to center. This may or may not fix this Q. Object mode, 1, append, 1, 2, G, 1, 2, enter. Object mode, 3. Thank you! That bridge did not help us. Okay, there we go. That's looking pretty clean. Now, if we look over here, this kind of tilts down and mine kind of tilts out. Can you guys see that? So let's fix that. One easiest way in the world to fix that. Vertex, grab these 2 vertex, or these 3 vertex right here. W. Object mode 3. Now it tilts down. Easiest way in the world. Okay, looking pretty good. The geo is pretty clean. I'm not unhappy with that, but it's really not this. This thing has got some hardness to these edges. Oh, God. 1, 2, 3. Gotta slow down. Gotta click the right buttons.
Fingers cool.
Gotta click the right buttons. If you're just clicking stuff, bad things happen. Oh, I hate this program. Alright, so now we need to get this edge to line up. Now if we went around the outside, it would be helpful, but I'm going to try to do it through the inside. Multi-cut. 1, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do the same thing in here, Q. For the inside, I'm going to grab the inside, and I'm going to grab that, and I'm going to do a bevel. Why is that not working for me? There is an error in there somewhere. I can already feel it.
I think the other side is beveled as well. Can you see that?
No, there's nothing. It's just the one. It's just going to give me a big fat error. 5. Object mode 3. Yeah, there's my error right there. You can see it. Don't know. I've got. Was doing so good up until right there. I'm just going to do a 1. Let's find those dots. 3. Let's find these 4 vertex. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's come back over to the 1 view. Yeah, right there. F to zoom in. Oh my. Fine. Vertex. Merge vertices. Target weld. 1, 2. 1, 2. Q. Object. 3. And it almost looks like I know what I'm doing. Now I have a little pucker right here, and it has a little something right there. Can you see it? So I don't mind that in particular, but I do know how to clear it up if it's bothering me. What I would need to do at this point is change how this looks right here. So if I come through, and instead of going up to that, I kind of come down, or I do something else. Let's go ahead and go up, and before I do that, I need to do this side. Let's grab this edge, and let's do a bevel. Yeah, see 0.5 on this side is like huge. That's how I knew that there was a problem. Now I'll never be able to get that exact thing right. Great, 0.05. No. 0.01, 0.015, that should do it. Object mode 3, that looks pretty good on both sides to me. 1, and then we need to come back through here. Object mode, multi-cut. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Enter, enter.
I think you missed the vertex right.
Probably. Q object. Yeah, look at that. That's horrible right there. Edge, Control Delete, object mode, multi-cut. 1, 2, enter, Q, object, 3. Looking pretty good. Now let's clean up this front. 1, object, multi-cut. There we go. I've got my pole off of that little edge now. I've got this edge on a pole. So I probably need one more thing. Let's turn shading. See, I've got that weird little pucker right there. I've got 2 weird little puckers that we're trying to play with right now. Because nothing like playing with little tiny bits of geometry to really just free up some time in your life.
This time would be where you say to start that.
Oh, at this point I'd be like, what on earth were you thinking? Okay, we're just getting some stuff together. It's starting to work. I just missed the heck out of that. What was I just thinking? All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's see what this does. I mean, the geometry is still bad, but I want to see where this falls to. Have I gotten rid of that? I've gotten rid of most of it, so I'm on the right track. Just need to clean up one more little thing and I should have this. All right, that is looking good. Something right there I gotta find. Okay, now I got that pinch back again. Let's find that pinch. Pretty sure it's right here. Let's go 1. Let's grab this vertex. What have I got going on right here? This thing is just wrong. Alright, that looks okay. There we go. Got a little bit of a pinch right here. And I think I'm going to get rid of that by, I could move that pole off of that curve. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? And my center piece, actually that's kind of what this looks like. Can you see it? It's kind of weird in that it's not really centered. could move it wherever I kind of want it. Here we go. That feels about right. What do you guys think? I've got, now this is wrong right here. Can you see it? This is supposed to come straight and that comes to a weird little curve. So I am going to get rid of that by doing this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go, got rid of that. Now that comes straight up. It's a little soft right there. To get rid of some of that softness, I would need to come down this side, and this is a 5-sided anyway. So then let's come over object mode, multi-cut. I want to know, do I want to go this way or do I want to go this way? Let's try to go... Missed that by a mile. No, that's fine. This one's wrong. What on earth did I do there? Q. Edge, Control Delete, object mode, multi-cut. Enter, enter, Q, 3. There we go. Eliminated that. Still got a little bit right here. See how it kind of curves? Object. Multi-cut. If I put this here, it's going to be, this is going to look kind of funky. Probably going to have to fix this also. Eh. I don't like that. That last thing's just making it worse. Good enough. It's a class demo. I gotta move on or I just won't get to content. It's already 2:25, so I've only got like 5 minutes left. So what I'd like you to do is do better than this. But I think you guys get the idea of where we're headed on this, trying to clean up as much as we can, trying to keep those polygons going from the 4s to the 3s and the 1s, going that, cleaning it up, using that technique we did with the 8 to come on. So what I would like you guys to do is clean up the mistakes from this week, add the 8, oh, and the chain. I gotta do the chain really quick. So to do the chain, what we're gonna do is we're going to come over to a front view like this. We're going to do a create a lines. Where are my lines? Curves, curve tool. I always get these wrong. I think I want an EP curve or a CV curve. Let's do a CV curve. Let's just start here. I'm pretty sure I'm going to do this wrong. I'll have to do this probably 2 or 3 times. delete that one. Let's do it again. So this comes down and makes that weird little figure 8 thing. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Q. Let's grab my curve points. Control vertex. W. Kind of get that weird little figure 8 to look correct. All right, good enough for demo purposes, yes? Oh, I am so anal. Okay, then what I need to do is, with that thing made, then I need to come over and make a circle. So create nurbs circle. R, W, okay, good enough. Grab these two things, grab this. Oh, now where did they move this to? I only use this for like 3 or 4 things and I forget where they move this to and they keep moving it around. Extrude. There we go. Now I need my, so that's the chain tool thing. Looking the easy way, the right way. We've got a tube, closest endpoint, component pivot, bounding box, all this other stuff, closest endpoint. Rotation, 0, scale, is that the other? 1, rotation. I don't know why we only have that one little thing selected. I'm not even worried about it. Object, Control D, W, W. Oh, there it is. This is not connected. This is not connected to these. Oh, that one is. This one is not. Object mode, W. And I need to go. That's what Mr. Livingston was just telling me. And this is not a thing. We need to convert this to a poly. Modify. Convert nurbs to polygon right there. And there's a better way to do that that's going to give us a lot of stuff. But because I'm out of time, guess what? There's my controls. There we go. And there's my absolutely perfect polygon little thing. Why did that not? Oh, there it is. I've got to center this up. One of these is poly and one of these is not. Yes, yes, yes? Okay, I am going to stop this and I'm going to go